In part 1, we sold our house, picked up our new RV in Washington and drove down to Texas. In Texas we visited the Guadalupe Mountains National Park. The hike to Guadalupe Peak, which is the highest natural point in Texas, took several hours. At the top, there was a monument dedicated to 100 years of mail delivery. An interesting fact is this mountain used to be underwater, covered by the ocean, and so is covered with fossils of aquatic specimens from 250 million years ago. This area is called Fossil Reef. We also stopped at the state capital of Austin, where we walked the downtown area, saw the state capitol building, and enjoyed seeing the murals along the Riverwalk. We left Texas and headed northeast to the Hot Springs National Park in Arkansas. We touched the hot springs water and it wasn't boiling, but it was hot enough that you couldn't keep your hands in the water for more than a few seconds. We visited a historic local bath on Bathhouse Row, where the rich would come to cure their ailments in the early 1900s. Our next stop was just outside Memphis, Tennessee. We stayed right on the Mississippi and got to see the tugboats carry their cargo up and down the river. We visited Memphis, but were not particularly entertained by the city's offerings. However, the Memphis silhouette against the sunrise was beautiful. From Memphis we made our way east, to western North Carolina. Our location was great for visiting the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. The Smokies get their name from the vapors released by the plants and trees, as well as the terpenes released by the trees. The large amount of terpenes makes the smoke like haze that gives the mountains their name. Watching the smoke rise off the mountains was very soothing. We went to Clingman's Dome, the highest peak in the Smokies, but didn't get a good view due to the unpredictable mist. We also hiked the Abrams Falls Trail and had lunch at the waterfalls. We had a chance to visit the Biltmore Estate in Asheville, North Carolina. Biltmore is an 8,000-acre estate built by George Vanderbilt in 1895 and reminds us of Downtown Abbey. The estate was originally much larger, but they sold 87,000 acres to the government. Visiting the estate gives a glimpse into the life of the elite and wealthy from an era bygone. A 7-story dining room with a pipe organ, separate breakfast room decorated with paintings by Renoir and Sargent, a library with books numbering in the tens of thousands and an indoor pool. These are just a few of the highlights of the 250 rooms. The gardens were large and we had to hike around to see the majority of them. They also had a greenhouse with toy train tracks going throughout the greenhouse. The entire gardens were beautiful and I took many pictures with my Fujifilm camera. My wife caught me taking one of these pictures. We finished our day at Biltmore by driving to the other side of the estate and taking a tour of their winery, then sampling some of their wines. In this video we visited Texas, Arkansas, Tennessee, and North Carolina. This brings our total states visited up to 9. Look for part 3 as we continue on our trip to Pennsylvania. Thank you for watching our video. If you enjoyed our content and want to see more, please give the video a like. Also, please consider subscribing to this channel and visiting us on Instagram.